Good morning, students. Today I will discuss about some important models from ionic equilibrium. So first question, which of the following is a non-electrolyte? So KCl ionic compound, this is a electrolyte, BaCl2 electrolyte, and this is a glucose, this is non-electrolyte, it won't undergo any decomposition. HCOOH, this is also electrolyte but weak electrolyte. Next, identify the mismatch. Second question, urea non-electrolyte, that is correct only. Ammonium hydroxide, weak electrolyte. As ammonium hydroxide is weak base, that's why weak electrolyte. Caustic soda means NaOH, so it is a strong base, strong electrolyte. Sodium acetate is a salt, it is electrolyte but they given non-electrolyte, that's why this is mismatch, correct answer. Next, which of the following solutions will conduct electricity? Urea in water? No. Sulfur in CS2? No. Potassium nitrate in water? Yes. Potassium nitrate can produce ions, that's why it can conduct electricity. Sucrose in water? No, because sucrose won't undergo any dissociation to give ions. Next, which of the following is an acid-base reaction according to Lewis concept but not according to Bronsted-Lowry concept? See, what is Lewis concept, Bronsted-Lowry concept? According to Lewis concept, acid means electron pair donor, acid means electron pair acceptor, base means electron pair donor. According to Bronsted-Lowry concept, acid means H plus donor, base means H plus acceptor. So now if you see this reaction, first one, so NH3 plus H2SO4 gives NH4 plus SO4 2 minus. In this, NH3 gained one proton, H2SO4 lost proton. So first reaction is example for Bronsted-Lowry neutralization. Similarly, second one and third one also examples for Bronsted-Lowry neutralizations. So fourth one is example for Lewis neutralization. In this, nitrogen donates a pair of electrons to boron trifluoride and form the adduct NH3 dot BF3. So this is a Lewis concept neutralization. So one more important point here regarding Bronsted-Lowry concept. Suppose here NH3, if you take this reaction, first reaction, so NH3 converted into NH4 plus and H2SO4 converted into SO4 2 minus. Here NH4 plus is called as conjugate acid of NH3. SO4 2 minus called as conjugate base of H2SO4 acid. Next, 11th one, the molarity of A minus ion in 0.01 m HA is. See, in any question they provided Ka means the given acid is weak acid. So they are asking molarity of A minus ions in 0.01 m HA. So let me explain this one. So how much molarity given? 0.01 mHA solution given. Suppose HA is strong acid means, so it undergo complete ionization and you will get 0.01, suppose this is in a beaker, so you will get 0.01 H plus ions Similarly, 0.01 A minus ions in a beaker. So if it is strong one, but it is not strong one, it is weak one, so this possibility we won't get. Then how many moles of A minus ions you will get in the beaker? So for that they given information. What information they given? So that is Ka and concentration given. Then how to know A minus ion concentration? A minus ion concentration we can calculate by using the concept. Let me explain simple concept. Ha undergo dissociation H plus plus A minus. For example, concentration is C initially. If alpha is the degree of dissociation, minus C alpha means here you will get C alpha and C alpha. If you write equilibrium constant expression, that is Ka equal to here C alpha into C alpha by C minus C alpha. If you simplify this, you will get C alpha square by 1 minus alpha. So from this you can write alpha equal to root Ka by C. So like this you can deduct formulas actually. So now what you want? You want A minus. So A minus value means A minus means C alpha. So A minus you have to calculate. C alpha is formula. So concentration they given. How much given? 0.01 m they given. And alpha value we want. Alpha value how to calculate? By using this formula. So what is answer for this? So how to solve this? So now I am removing this derivation part. So direct formulas I am giving now. So this is the given question. So now in this beaker they are asking A minus concentration. So we know A minus concentration equal to C alpha, and we know alpha equal to root Ka by C. Ka provided, C provided. Calculate alpha value. Substitute alpha value in this formula. You will get A minus value. Next. Twelfth question. The dissociation constant of weak monoprotic acid. Weak monoprotic acid means we can say Ha. Monoprotic means only one hydrogen. Is numerically equal to the dissociation constant of its conjugate base. So its conjugate base means A minus. The pH of 0.1 m solution of this acid is. So pH of the acid we have to calculate. Now, so let me explain the concept. So we have Ha in a beaker, monoprotic, weak acid. It gives H plus and A minus. They are asking the solution pH. So to know pH, we should know about H plus ion concentration. Otherwise, Ka value. See, so this type of weak acids pH value, there is a formula. pH equal to half pKa minus half log C. This is the formula to calculate pH of any weak acid. So now what they provided in the question. So in the question they given concentration 0.1 m. That's all. They are asking pH. Concentration they given means C value they given. C value they given. How much given? C value 0.1 they given. If you know Ka value, then you can calculate pH value. How to calculate Ka value? For that, see, in case of conjugate acid base, remember Kw equal to Ka into Kb. So in the given question they said Ka equal to Kb. When Ka equal to Kb, we can write Kw value 10 power minus 14. 10 power minus 14 equal to Ka into Ka. Because instead of Kb we can write Ka. So Ka equal to 10 power minus 7. So now Ka value 10 power minus 7 we know, and concentration they given. So if you substitute these values, so Ka 10 power minus 7 means pKa value is 7. pKa value will get 7. So if you substitute these values in the formula, so we'll get answer pH. Like that you can solve this type of questions. Next, HCOOH, CH3COOH. Solutions have equal H plus ions. If Ka1 by Ka2 is 4, then their molar concentration will be. So now here what they said, H plus concentration in both the beakers are same. So let me explain question first. So what they given? Two solutions given. One is HCOOH, another one is CH3COOH. So in both beakers, H plus is constant, they are same. H plus concentration in this beaker, suppose 1, equal to H plus concentration in second beaker. So now H plus concentration means we can write C alpha. So further we can write C alpha equal to root KAC also you can write. H plus concentration we can write root KA1 into C1. Ka1 into C1. So this formula we can deduct from C alpha only. So this one we can write root Ka2 into C2. What they are asking, C1 by C2 value they are asking, ratio of molar concentrations. So from this formula we can write C1 by C2 equal to, square will cancel, root will cancel, then C1 by C2 equal to Ka2 by Ka1. But Ka1 by Ka2 they given 4, so Ka2 by Ka1 will become 1 by 4. 1 by 4 means 0.25. So this is answer. Next, so 0.25 is answer here. And the next question, the degree of dissociation of NH4OH is least in degree of dissociation of NH4OH. NH4OH is a weak base, so is least in. Suppose if you add, say NH4OH is weak base, so it undergo dissociation like this, NH4 plus OH minus. There is a equilibrium between ions and undissociated molecules. This is the situation. Suppose if you add KOH to this solution, we are adding KOH. KOH will provide OH minus ions plus K plus ions. So due to this OH minus ions, so OH minus ions one of the product in this equilibrium. So if OH minus ion concentration increases in this equilibrium, what will happen? Backward reaction takes place. Backward reaction takes place means degree of dissociation decreases. So degree of dissociation of NH4OH is least in case of KOH. This effect is called as common ion effect. Common ion effect. So common ion effect means in the presence of KOH, degree of dissociation of weak electrolyte is decreasing due to the common ion, that is OH minus. Okay, next question. On addition of ammonium hydroxide to H2S solution. On addition of ammonium hydroxide to H2S solution. Okay, so same question, but now we are adding H2S. If I add H2S, what will happen? So equilibrium is NH4OH gives NH4 plus OH minus. Now what I am adding? H2S I am adding. So if I add H2S, I will get H plus S2 minus. S2 minus. So now this H plus ions from H2S interact with this OH minus and convert it into water. Means in this process we are removing one of the product, that is OH minus. When product quantity decreases, equilibrium moves towards forward direction. Forward direction means degree of dissociation of ammonium hydroxide increases. So on addition of ammonium hydroxide to H2S, what will happen? See, H2S quantity means H2S undergo more dissociation. So H plus quantity is decreasing. Suppose if you apply same equilibrium to this, so H plus is removing by using OH minus. So forward reaction takes place, and forward reaction takes place, S2 minus concentration increases. So concentration of S2 minus increases. So this type of effects are called as odd effects. Common ion effect means it decreases the dissociation of weak electrolyte. Odd effect means it increases the dissociation of weak electrolyte. Next, the HCOO minus in the solution that contains 0.015 m HCOOH, 0.02 m HCl is. So Ka value they given and concentrations of both acids they given. Now we have to solve the problem. What they are asking? HCOO minus concentration they are asking. How to calculate HCOO minus ion concentration? So here there are two acids in same beaker. That is important here. Two acids in same beaker. So let me explain this. Yeah. So HCOOH concentration how much? HCOOH concentration is 0.002 0.02. They given 0.02. And H plus obtained from HCl. H plus from HCl. H plus concentration from HCl. How much? HCl is strong acid, that's why the acid concentration directly we can take. So that is 0.2. Sorry, this is 0.2, not 0.02. 0.2. 0.2. Now take a beaker, and in beaker there is a equilibrium between HCOOH and its ions, H plus ions and HCOO minus ions. HCOO minus. They are asking this HCOO minus ion concentration. So if you apply Ka, so what you will get? HCOO minus into H plus concentration divided by HCOOH concentration. So here Ka value they provided and HCOOH concentration they provided. They are asking this value. And what about H plus concentration? Now in the beaker we have two acids. One is HCOOH, another one is HCl. So here concentration of H plus, nothing but concentration of H plus from HCl as well as concentration of H plus from HCOOH. But here HCOOH weak acid, that's why H plus concentration from HCOOH we can neglect and directly we can take H plus concentration from HCl. So substitute H plus as 0.2 and concentration of HCOOH and Ka value will get HCOO minus. Like that you can solve the problem. Next, question based on salt hydrolysis, very important concept. So a substance whose aqua solution will turn blue litmus to red. So here blue litmus to red. First let me explain concept, then you can understand. So which salt will give acidic solution, which salt will give basic solution and all. So now combination of salts are different types. Combination of salts are different types. Strong acid plus strong base. Strong acid, strong base means it gives neutral solutions. pH equal to 7. Strong acid plus weak base combination gives salt. Its salt solution is acidic solution. Its salt solution is acidic. Acid is strong means acidic solution. Now weak acid, strong base means this salt solution, this combination salt solution is basic. And weak acid, weak base. This solution may be acidic or basic. It depends on dissociation constant of acid or base. Based on that we can decide. If Ka of acid is greater than Kb of weak base, then acidic. So otherwise Kb is greater than Ka of weak acid means basic. Like that you can decide. If Kb values exactly equal means this is also neutral. So now you have to identify the type of salts given. So they given these salts, 4 salts they given. So question is blue litmus to red. Blue litmus to red means it must be acidic solution, blue to red. Red to blue means basic solution. So which of the following salt gives acidic solution? What I said, strong acid weak base combination means that is acidic solution. So now this salt, if you take NaClO4, this is from NaOH, that is a strong base, and HClO4, that is strong acid. So first salt combination is strong acid, strong base. This is neutral. Next, second one, NH4Cl. This is from NH4OH plus HCl. So strong acid, weak base combination. So this is acidic solution. And what about K2CO3? So K2CO3. So K2CO3 combination is KOH plus H2CO3. So this is acidic, no doubt. Second one. Here strong base, weak acid. So this is basic. Next, Na2SO4. NaOH plus H2SO4 combination. Both are strong. That's why this is neutral. So like that you can decide either solution is acidic or basic, neutral. Next question. Hydrolysis constant of ammonium benzoate is 2.5 into 10 power minus 5. Its 0.5 m solution hydrolysis 2 up to what percent? See, ammonium benzoate is formed from ammonium hydroxide, weak base, benzoic acid, weak acid. So it is a weak acid, weak base salt. So they given hydrolysis constant, that is KH value they provided, and the concentration given 0.5 m. So they have to, we have to calculate alpha value they are asking. We should not take alpha, so there is a special symbol, that is H for hydrolysis. So H value they are asking. How to calculate H value? See, there is a formula list for all type of salts. So now I will show you the formula list. So this is the formula list for different types of salts. So now the given salt is weak acid, weak base salt. So this one, we want this formulas. So KH equal to KW by Ka into Kb. Then H equal to root KW by Ka into Kb. So this KW by Ka into Kb, we can write root KH. So from this table, so directly I'm going to the question. What they given? KH given, they are asking H. So H equal to, we can write root KH. KH value they provided. So how much they provided KH value? KH value 2.5 into 10 power minus 5 they provided. So from this directly you can calculate H value. See, H value does not depend on concentration for weak acid and weak base salts. Remember that, that is also important point. Next, the hydrolysis constant of two salts M1X and M2X formed from strong acid and weak base are 10 power minus 6, 10 power minus 3. Means hydrolysis constants means KH values of two salts they given, that is M1X and M2X. Next, if Kb for M3OH is 10 power minus 3, Then order of basic strength is, order of basic strength they are asking. How to decide basic strength? So basic strength can be decided by using Kb values. More the Kb value, more basic strength. Then Kb for M3OH they given, for M1OH and M2OH we want. So M1OH base, M2OH base we want. So here combination is a strong acid, weak base salts. These are strong acid, weak base salts. So if you take this combination, Kb value is Kw by Kh. So I have shown one table. You can refer the formula from the table. Kb equal to Kw by Kh. So now you can calculate M1OH Kb value. How much M1OH Kb value? 10 power minus 14, that is Kw value, and Kh value is 10 power minus 6. How much you will get? 10 power minus 8 you will get. Similarly, M2OH base Kb value. What is Kb value? Kw by Kh, that is 10 power minus 14 by, this is 10 power minus 3. So 10 power minus 3, 10 power minus 3. How much you will get? 10 power minus 11. So now, which is less? 10 power minus 11 is less. Which is high? 10 power minus 3 is high. So M3OH is strong base. So first option M3OH, and after that M1OH. So third option is correct. So Kb directly proportional to basic strength. Next, questions based on buffer solutions. So buffer solution means, suppose if I add any acid or base to any solution, generally acidic character, basic character increases. But the solutions which can resist the change in pH by adding small quantity of acid or base are called as buffer solutions. So if you add acid or base to these buffer solutions, there is no change in pH. So here pH of a mixture of 0.1 m CH3COOH and 0.05 m CH3COO twice Ba is, pKa value of CH3COOH they given. See here, let me explain this question. Here I will explain. So buffer solutions, the formula for buffer solution is pH equal to pKa plus log salt concentration by acid concentration. Buffer, acid buffer pH value, you have to remember important formula, pH equal to pKa plus log salt concentration by acid concentration. So this is formula. So now what is salt concentration? Salt concentration means this is the conjugate base concentration. So that is CH3 COO minus, exactly means this is conjugate base concentration. So they provided Ba, CH3COO twice Ba they given. So its value is 0.05 they given. CH3 COOH. CH3 COO twice Ba they given. Then if it splits into like this, 2CH3 COO minus plus Ba2 plus. From this equation you can understand, suppose if you take 1 mole this, you will get 2 moles of this. So how much concentration they provided? So there they given CH3CO twice Ba is 0.05 they given. Therefore, this is 0.05 they given. So this concentration will be 2 into 0.05, that is 0.1 m concentration. So this concentration we got. Acid concentration also they provided. So substitute the values in this formula, and pK value also they given. So you will get pH value. So next question on buffer solutions. The pK of weak acid HA is 4.5. The pOH of an aqueous buffer solution is in which, so pK of weak acid HA is 4.5. The pOH of an aqueous buffer solution in which acid and its conjugate base are present in 1:1 molar ratio. So just now I have shown the formula. So this is the formula. In this formula, suppose this conjugate base and acid concentrations 1:1 ratio means, suppose this conjugate base and acid concentration 1:1 means this part will become 1, log 1 will become 0. So therefore pH value equal to pKa value. pH value equal to pKa value when concentrations of this conjugate base by acid equal to 1. So the given question is related to this concept only. Here they given pOH they are asking. So pOH equal to pH you can calculate first. So pH equal to, from this from the given concept, pH equal to its pKa, that is 4.5. But they are asking pOH, not pH. So pOH means 14 minus pH. So that is 14 minus pH means 14 minus 4.5. You will get 9.5 is the answer. Next, mixture of strong and weak electrolytes. So 0.1 m solution of weak base has pH of 8. When it is half neutralized with 0.1 m HNO3, the value of Kb of the base is. The value of Kb of the base is. So now the 55th question, we have two compounds, one is BOH, another one is HNO3. So let me write BOH, HNO3. We have BOH and HNO3. BOH plus HNO3. So if it reacts, what we will get? BNO3 plus H2O. Buffer means weak base and it salts with strong acid combination. That is basic buffer. Here we have weak base and reacting with strong acid, we will get a salt and water. So they given very clearly the base quantity is 0.1. Half amount of base is reacted with acid. Half amount means after reaction you will get this is 0.05 after reaction. So here how much you will get salt? 0.05 you will get. And after adding these two solutions, volume becomes double. That's why we can say, let me check how much concentration they given. I have taken 0.1. Let me check the question. Yeah, 0.1 m solution they given. Half of this are reacted. 0.1 m HNO3 they taken. pH they given 8. Kb of base they are asking. Okay, fine. Okay, this is correct one. 0.1 they given, half of reacted means remaining 0.05, and how much BNO3 formed? 0.05. So now here from this it is clear that BOH concentration equal to BNO3 concentration. So therefore when salt and as base concentration is same, POH, now this formula is POH for basic buffer, no? So POH equal to PKB. And how much PKB they given in the question? PKB value is okay, KB value you have to found. So pH they given. pH is 8 given. When pH 8 given, POH is 14 minus 8. 14 minus 8 means 6. So POH directly we can substitute as 6. POH equal to 6. We can write POH equal to 6 because pH given 8. So this is PKB. So PKB equal to 6 means KB equal to 10 power minus 6. So this is answer. So very simple. BOH they given 0.1, and in this half amount is neutralized. When half amount is neutralized, remaining amount is 0.05. We'll get salt same quantity 0.05. So when base salt quantity same means we'll get POH equal to PKB. POH they didn't give directly, pH they given. So from POH pH relation we'll get POH value 6 and KB value 10 power minus 6. So next, so this is answer. Concentration of HCO minus in the solution that contains 0.015 m HCOH and 0.02 m HCl is Ka they given. Same, this is a acidic buffer because weak acid and its conjugate base. And the concentration of acid given, and the HCl concentration also given. Ka value of HCOH given. So here the thing is we need to calculate HCO minus. Yeah, common ion effect you have to apply here. So 56th question. Yeah, see, HCOH is very less ionized due to common ion effect of HCl. Thus, in the mixture, HCOH concentration is 0.015 m, H plus ion concentration is 0.02. So why 0.02? Directly H plus ion concentration we have taken from HCl concentration. We can neglect H plus from HCOH because less ionized. Next, K is 1.8 into 10 power minus 4. So substitute all these values in the K expression. Then you will get HCO minus. Next, questions based on solubility product. So this is also very important. So before going to solve these problems, let me explain a very simple concept, that is about solubility product. How to write solubility products for different types of salts. See, suppose the salt is AX and BY. This is salt. If it undergo dissociation, you will get X A power plus Y plus Y B power minus X. So if you want to write KSP for this, so that is X power X suppose let me take solubility. Suppose solubility of this one is S, so you will get XS moles this and YS moles of this. So now equilibrium constant, if you want to express KSP, so XS power X and YS power Y. So from that, X power X into Y power Y into solubility S power X plus Y. So this is general expression for any type of salt. Suppose instead of X and Y, if you take 1, 1, you will get S square. Suppose if you take 1, 2, AB2 type salt, A2B type salt, or A2B2 type salt, sorry, A2B3 type salt, any salt. So you can write in this form. Here S is solubility, KSP is solubility product. X and Y are coefficients of cations and anions. So now we'll go for questions from solubility. Yeah. So how much is the maximum concentration of equimolar solutions of CuSO4 and K2S which can be mixed in equal volume up to the saturation state of CuS formed? KSP of CuS they given 4 into 10 power minus 8. So now 61. So maximum concentration of solutions CuSO4 and K2S we want. See here, when equal volumes of CuSO4 and K2S are mixed, so in same beaker we are mixing two solutions, then what will happen if you mix two solutions? Volume will become double. When volume becomes double, individual ions concentration will become half compared to initial. So that is the key point in this. So thus concentration of CuSO4 or K2S is required double of the concentration of Cu2 plus or S2 minus in the saturated solution. So now at saturation state we can write QSP equal to KSP. So what is QSP? So QSP means at any point of time we can take. So here 4 into 10 power minus 8 KSP given, Cu2 plus concentration, S2 minus concentration, we can take S square because this is AB type salt. So from this formula KSP equal to S square formula, solubility of CuS in moles per liter you can calculate, that is 2 into 10 power minus 4. So in saturated solution, CuS or S2 minus concentration should be 2 into 10 power minus 4. To get 2 into 10 power minus 4, how much quantity of CuSO4 or K2S you have to take initially? Initially, how much you should take? Double than this you should take. So if you take a double, then when you mix the solutions, then their concentration will be half. So this solution concentration must be 4 into 10 power minus 4. After adding, it will become 2 into 10 power minus 4. So answer is 4 into 10 power minus 4. Next. Given KSP, MgOH twice, that is 8.9 into 10 power minus 12. If pH of 0.001 m solution of MgNO3 twice is adjusted to 9, then what will happen? Precipitate of MgOH twice is formed, precipitate of MgOH twice is not formed, solution will be saturated, solubility of MgNO3 twice will increase. See, by taking QSP and KSP relation, you can say these options. So QSP equal to KSP means saturated solution. Suppose QSP is less than KSP means it is unsaturated solution, still some more salt will dissolve. If QSP is greater than KSP, then it is supersaturated solution, a precipitation takes place. So these are the conditions. So now KSP they given. If you calculate QSP by taking the given values, then if you compare, then you will come to know what will happen. So now you will see calculation of QSP. So pH, how much given? 9. Then from this pOH equal to 5. OH minus N concentration 10 power minus 5. So Mg2 plus concentration half into OH minus concentration. Why? MgOH twice means it gives 1 mole Mg2 plus 2 moles OH minus. So half of the concentration of OH minus nothing but Mg2 plus concentration. So we got Mg2 plus concentration and OH minus ion concentration. So now QSP for MgOH twice equal to Mg2 plus concentration into OH minus power 2. So both concentrations if you substitute, you got QSP value 0.5 into 10 power minus 15. KSP they given 10 power minus 12, 8.9 into 10 power minus 12, which is more. KSP is more, QSP is less. So QSP is less than KSP, so no precipitation of MgOH twice. Next, so important model question 62. 67. So they given KSP values for different salts. So Ba2S3, MnS, Ag2S. They are asking correct order of solubility of the above salts. So solubility S value you have to calculate. KSP they given, S you have to calculate. How to calculate when KSP given S value? So apply relation. So here X is in first case Ba2, in this case Ba2S3 means X value is 2 and Y value is 3. So we have formula x power x, y power y, s power x plus y. That formula if you apply, you can calculate S value. So if you calculate S values for all the salts, then you can decide which is more soluble, which is less soluble. So which one having more S value, that is more soluble. So now this is the salt, KSP value equal to 108 S power 5. For first salt, KSP equal to 108 into S power 5. So same formula you apply, x power x. X power x means 2 power 2 and y power y means 3 power 3. S power 2 plus 3. So 2 power 2 means 4, 3 power 3 means 27. 27 into 4, that is 108 into S power 5. So from this S value how much you got? 10 power minus 14. Similarly, if you calculate S value for remaining salts, this is 3 into 10 power minus 8 and this is 10 power minus 17. Which one having highest S value? That is S2. So B greater than, next A greater than, last one is C. And one more question, that is 76. We have FeOH price in 0.1 m HCl. FeOH price in 0.1 m HCl. S2 0.1 m H2SO4. Okay, sorry. Here FeOH thrice is there. This is FeOH thrice in a beaker. We are adding 0.1 m HCl, 0.1 m H2SO4, 0.1 m NaOH, 0.1 m CaOH twice. Order of solubility of the above. So you know common ion effect. So last two, S3 and S3, NaOH, CaOH twice. This will provide OH minus ions. When they provide OH minus ions, generally this is equilibrium. So when they provide OH minus ions, one of the product concentration is increasing, backward reaction takes place. So this is common ion effect. Due to common ion effect, S3, S4 leads to decrease in solubility of FeOH thrice. What about H2SO4 HCl? If you add HCl H2SO4, that H plus ions can neutralize this OH minus, then forward reaction takes place. So now H2SO4 will provide a more number of H plus ions. That's why solubility increases in the presence of H2SO4 than HCl. And here compared to CaOH twice and NaOH, CaOH twice will provide more OH minus ions. So solubility decreases more in case of CaOH twice than NaOH. So due to addition of acids, solubility increases. Due to addition of bases, solubility decreases. But if you want to compare among the two acids, among the two bases, the acid which will provide more H plus ions leads to more solubility. The base which provides more OH minus ions leads to very less solubility. So based on this, you can decide S4 has the least solubility and S2 has highest solubility. So option 3 you can take. Next, 85th question. Ksp of ZnOH twice is 10 power minus 14 if 0.1 m NH4OH is 50% dissociated. Then the concentration of Zn2 plus in its solution is. So ZnOH twice Ksp given and NH4OH is 50% dissociated in that solution. Then concentration of Zn2 plus they are asking. So NH4 is a weak electrolyte, but ZnOH twice is sparingly soluble salt, very weak. No, almost no dissociation like that. So now NH4OH is providing OH minus ions, that is 0.05 concentration. Now Zn2 plus dissociation and Ksp we can express like this. And Zn2 plus concentration we want. OH minus ion concentration directly we can take from NH4OH because we can neglect OH minus ion concentration from ZnOH twice. So Zn2 plus concentration will be 4 into 10 power minus 12. So these are some important models from ionic equilibrium. Thank you.